Are you ready to be taken into a trance? Because that's actually exactly what's happening when you watch a video. So in this video, I want to explain to you what it means to be in a trance, what a trance actually is, and also give you a bit of more understanding when you are in a trance, when you can understand that someone else is in a trance, in the whole context of explaining more about hypnotic language and natural language programming, which we will use in order to make our own guided meditation that you can use for shadow work purposes if you want to improve yourself, if you want to reprogram yourself at the most fundamental level. That's what this is for. So let's dive in. What is a trance? A trance is basically a shift of your consciousness where you are completely engaged and focused on one specific thing. So it's your conscious mind is focusing on a specific layer of abstraction. That's the way that you could explain it. But maybe a more powerful way is to explain it with an example. So sometimes you see small kids playing a video game or watching a movie or a series on TV. They are completely locked in. Like there are very few things that you can do to get them distracted from the TV screen. I'm not saying that this is a good thing. The colors, the pace, the sound, everything is made so that they are locked in and they keep getting more engagement. Every 2 seconds something is changing so that they're always focused on it. So it's also, well, the same way in which we designed delicious food nowadays that keeps us hooked to it. That's a different story, but this medium is created to hook their attention, the same as social media is. But that at the same time shows you how a trance actually works. Because unless you say, let's get some ice cream, they will not look away from their TV screen or from their Switch, Game Boy, whatever kids nowadays have. And that is strange, because normally if you are in an awareness state and you look around you, then someone says something, you would look to them, but their brain is preoccupied. They're still perceiving a thing, so they can still hear what you're saying, but not on a conscious level, but on an unconscious level. And the way that you realize is that their pupil sizes change, their breathing becomes different. Sometimes if you can see people's heartbeat, you can see that their heartbeat slows down or speeds up depending on what kind of trance it is. So a trance is not always necessarily a relaxation, although that is what you usually would like to aim for if you're trying to go to the deepest level of your consciousness. But it's usually a shift and a change. And you can also see that if you talk to people and you open up with a story kind of induction, start telling a story, or even if you're just talking about your day and you realize that they're disengaging with you, they start like to zone out. They stare in front of them, probably thinking about their day or what they had for lunch or what they still need to do. And at some point they come back and they're like, they are not consciously aware of what you said. So that's how you also can see that people get into a trance right in front of your eyes. And I made it a game. It was also part of the training from an audiobook from Igor Ledokovsky, who is a trained conversational hypnotist, that there is a way that you can start observing people when they go into trances. And this is something that I would like you to explore a bit as well. So if you go about your day, try to note when someone else is in trance and when you are getting into a trance. Because realizing when people are in or out of trance makes it way easier for you to know when they are susceptible to more unconscious triggers and to get responses from them on an unconscious level. If someone is very focused on exactly what you say and might be thinking about, oh, this guy is trying to do some tricks on me, then they don't trust you, they don't feel at ease, you're not going to get the unconscious responses that might improve the discussion or improve your relationship or improve their problem, whatever they have. So realizing when people are in a trance, seeing the different levels of trance, realizing for you what are the triggers to go in or out of a trance, and what are the physical markers of that. That is really something interesting that you can try. And While we're at it, I just figured it's a nice one to connect as well. If we talk about mirroring, so I can mirror someone in the sense that I can say the same words as Chris Voss also describes, but you can also mirror someone on a more deeper level. You can start to move similar, you can start to speak at the same pace as them, and you can start to breathe at the same pace as them. And these things are extremely unconscious and extremely powerful. That if you are in a conversation with someone and you start to match their breathing speed, their talking speed, and once it's matched and locked, you start to bring it down, you will see that they follow you, because unconsciously you've brought them into a trance, which is this connection, like this locking. And that's just something so extremely interesting of how the human computer brain works. I just wanted to bring that up here. So I hope this was a good explanation on what a trance is and things that you can do to experience it as well. If you like, just look around on YouTube for trance inductions or people bringing other people into a trance. Basically what happens if you do a meditation, guided meditation or self-meditation, you're bringing yourself into a trance, you're bringing yourself into a more focused space where your conscious mind is focused on one thing, but your unconscious mind has more freedom around it. So yeah, have a look. Let me know if you like this video in the comments, if you like to learn more, if there's something I forgot. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content, and don't forget to have a great day.